The Return to the Hollow, Part 3. Written by Brett Booyak, illustrated by Thomas Boatwright. I pick up myself up off the floor after jumping through the hidden door. On the other side, it's quiet, almost completely silent. The laughter of the children who chased us through the hollow has disappeared. Sarah pressed herself against the door. Jack and Odie are already using Jack's flashlight to explore. We're in a large room. It's curved, with a staircase wrapping around the wall. It doesn't really look as if it has been abandoned for a long time. More like someone messy has been living here. Where are we? I ask. Potter's Mill, Sarah whispers. I can't believe we're actually here. We start to look around and find many toys, some broken, some well cared for, plate and silverware, and some old bags, and kitchen supplies litter the corners. Be careful, Jake, I say as he picks up a broken toy. I wonder what's upstairs, Sarah says as she heads up. Sarah gasps, and I rush upstairs. The space is just as large as below, but it looks as if it chose to be divided into rooms. The walls have large holes in them now, and when I shine my light I can see small beds. Sarah kneels in one of these rooms, brushing at something in her hands, with her flashlight clenched between her head and neck. She holds it up to the light, and I can't see it's a pendant of some sort. Sarah opens it. Inside are two aged photos. On the left is a younger version of Sarah's dad, smiling. On the right is a baby with thick black curly hair. That's me, Sarah says with a sob. That's me. This was my mother's. I reach out to comfort her, and she suddenly jumps upstairs. Starts frantically running around the rooms. There has to be more, she says. She was here, so she must have left something else for me. I try to help, but neither of us finding anything. I've never seen Sarah look so disappointed. I'm sorry. It's all I can say when we've researched every nook and cranny. Sarah just shakes her head and gives me a smile. At least I found something. Thanks for your help, she says. Jack laughs loudly downstairs, but then we hear more laughter. Children laughter. Sarah and I bolt down the stairs. Jack and Odie chase the boy around the middle of the room, surrounded by laughing children we've never seen before. The boys all wear similar costumes, while the girls wear dresses that look just as old. As soon as they see us, they fall silent, looking upward with sorrowful expressions. They came out of hiding. Jake exclaims, "Who are you?" Sarah asks. The boy from the hollow nudges a young girl forward. "We're very sorry," she says. "We thought trying to scare you would be fun, but it was cruel." A multitude of Applejacks follow hers. They didn't want you to come here, the boy said. We liked playing outside, Thomas, the girl whines. Our play is hurting others, the boy named Thomas replies and turns back to us. We needed to play here, where we wouldn't cause problems, but we needed your help getting in. This isn't really a good place for children to be playing one, I say. We're not alone, the boy said. Sarah steps forward, holding up the locket she found. This was my mother's. Was she here? Where did she go? This happened years ago. They would have been too young to know anything, I say. We're older than we look, Thomas says. Maybe those will help. He points to a small cupboard hanging on the wall. I walk over and pull out a short stack of papers with small, neat handwriting on them. A few pages have drawings. One looks as though it could be the meal. Another's is one of an ornate door. What are these? I ask. I show them to Sarah, and she shakes her head, not recognizing them. I flip to the backpack, where the handwriting suddenly becomes neat and clear. I'm about to step through the door. It reads, if you find these papers that I haven't returned, please tell my brother, his wife, and my wonderful niece, Quinn, that I love them very much. A signature is glowed across the bottom. This is my Uncle Jasper's, I say, astonished. What door is he talking about? The kids all jump into action, running to a section in the floor and pulling at the corners. With a loud creak, it lifts up. Jake, Sarah, and I shine our lights down. A steep staircase disappears into the darkness. Come on, Thomas says and disappears down the stairs. As usual, Jake and Odie zip after him. Jake, wait! I yell, but it's too late. We have no choice but to go after them. I run down the stairs and end up in a passageway carved into the rock. Surprisingly, all the children follow us as we run to keep up with Thomas, Jack, and Odie. The tunnel twists and turns, but we're running too fast for me to keep track. Suddenly, Thomas stops. Sarah and I try to catch our breath as Jack shines his flashlight around and says, Hey, we've been here before. It's a cave of the lost. I look around and realize he's right. The multi tunnels, the water dripping, and the icy pool are all there. This is where we found the key, I say, pulling it out of my pocket. Put it in there, Thomas says, pointing at the trickle of the water. Where? I ask. Thomas continues to point. I can't see anything in the rock, so I start feeling around. The freezing water runs down my arms, and I shiver. Then I feel it. A small hole, just about the right size for a key. I hesitate a moment and then stick it in and turn it. We hear a slight click, followed by rumbling, and then the sound of water filling sometimes up. Look, Sarah says. The stone around the keyhole begins to crumble and fall away like clods of dirt. The water seems to spread itself out, washing away more and more stone. Underneath, an ornately carved door appears. We stare at it a long time. Are you going through? Someone asks. The other kids show him. What's on the other side? I ask. We don't know, Tom replies. Sarah and I looked at each other. We know we could go home right now, and everything would be as it was before. We could have normal, happy lives, but somewhere deep down we always wonder what's behind the door. Could we have found her mother and uncle? Could we have brought our families back together? I think I begin, but I don't have a chance to finish. Jake walks up to the door, grabs the knob, and says, I wonder this goes. As he opens the door, the cave filled with yellow light, and by the time our eyes adjust, he and Odie are gone. I shake my head, exasperated. The choice has been made. Sarah and I hold hands as we step into the doorway and begins to fall. Glossary.